Hey kids, Mr. Rhodes here. I'm aboard my new home, the SpaceX Starship. Pretty neat. Most of the crew is eating up front. I think my good friend Elon Musk is around here somewhere. Maybe you'll see his hand pop in or something. Who knows? He's a very busy person. Anyway, I wanted to give you a quick video on what we're going to be doing here, these certifications, and what Tooling You and SME is, and why this is such an amazing opportunity. With that being said, let's get into it. Let's find out about these certifications and Tooling You. If you haven't heard about SME and you are thinking about going into either welding, 3D printing, or just an engineer, this is a name you're going to hear quite a bit. It is the Society for Manufacturers and Engineers. Most of you have probably heard of the ADA, the American Dental Association, and how they are really the standards for what happens out in the field. Whatever toothpaste they approve, that's the one that gets sold on the shelves. When manufacturing, that is the SME, the Society of Manufacturing Engineers. Pretty much anything in the industry comes back to this organization. And not for a sales pitch, but I am a member. But if you're going to go out and you're going to be in these fields, this is probably a professional organization you want to join. One of their guiding purposes is education, and they really work with high school students to get them out into the field. We're talking internships, scholarships, all of those things. So again, if you're thinking about going into anything in the engineering or manufacturing field, then this is probably an organization you want to look at. That's in my own words. They have a 1-minute promotional video. Let's hear from them in their own words what SME is about.
Manufacturing is key to economic growth and prosperity. It created your car, your computer, even your home. Everyday life would not be what it is without manufacturing. Once upon a time, we were known as the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, but now we just go by SME. So who are we and what do we do? In a nutshell, SME is a one-stop shop for manufacturing know-how and workforce development. We equip individuals and companies with the tools needed to succeed in an ever-changing environment and to keep up with technology. At SME, we promote advanced technology that innovates the manufacturing field. We're able to do that with our media publications that come right to your door or straight to your phone. And we host national trade shows and conferences that feature manufacturing technology and solutions to keep you at the top of your game. We inspire, prepare, and support our members and anyone who wants to excel in manufacturing. Because our industry's future is constantly on our mind. That's why we offer scholarships to students and bring curriculum into high schools across the country to foster the next generation of manufacturing professionals. So whether you're in manufacturing already or curious about it, we can help because we know the ins and outs of this industry and we want to help you reach your goals. SME, connecting, preparing, inspiring.
So kids, that is what SME is. What their education portal is Tooling You. And this is what the majority of Fortune 5 manufacturers use to train their employees. That means what we're going to be working on are national certifications. For example, the welding certification, if you go into a job site, most likely this will count as one of your checkboxes in order to get working. Now, of course, this isn't 100% of everything you need. They may or may not take it, but the chances are, much like college credit, this will be something that will help you in the future. At the very least, it'll look good on your resumes. That means for my metal students, this welding thing will be really helpful, especially if you're going to go right into the workforce. For my mechanical drafting class, the foundations or the additive manufacturing will also come in very handy. The additive manufacturing is pretty much a certification in 3D printing, which is really awesome. The foundations class teaches you how to read blueprints and understand engineering drawings. Really, really helpful. Again, These things will only benefit you moving forward. And more importantly, they are free. Usually these classes are about $1,000 to $2,500 a pop if your company isn't paying. You kids are getting them completely for free. There is also the opportunity that we can possibly do a couple more. So if you're really interested in this, there may, and I say may, be an option for you to do a couple of these. What do I mean a couple of these? Like I said earlier, Tooling U is giving us access to 3 of their certifications. Those again are Industry 4.0, that is 3D printing. We have the welding and the foundational, which is basically a basic shop safety certification. This one will actually be really helpful to anybody who is going into the workforce and they need to get their introductory requirements out of the way. This is one of those kind of classes that go everywhere. If you see they have a catalog you can actually go through, and you will see welding, additive manufacturing, and foundation are 3 of these big classes that they really have. So again, if you're really into this, look through the catalog, give you an email. You never know. They're being really nice with us right now, so maybe we can get a couple more opportunities for you kids. So that's what we're going to be working on for about the next month. They gave us free access until May 1st. That means you have May 1st to complete what is essentially 5 classes. Now, I've gone through the introductory classes to all 3 of these. The introductory to additive manufacturing, welding safety, and intro to OSHA 101. Going through these is super easy. So today, yesterday, or at some point, depending on when you're listening to this, you should have got an email from Tooling U. It's going to send you to a website that looks like this. When you get here, you are going to go up to this login screen here and log in with the username they gave you. It should be your first name or your last name, first letter, and NR apps. It'll be in the email. There is a one-time password. You'll log in with that, and then you have to create your own password. Make sure you are logged in as a student. So when I log into mine, and mine is going to look very different from yours, it takes me to a page which gives me access to all the classes. So I actually got to go through and check out a bunch of them. Let's look at the welding class. We're going to do Welding 101. On your page, when you log in, you will have your 5 classes depending on which track you are going through. Once you click on one of those classes, it'll bring you to this screen. This is just an overview of it, and it is actually laid out pretty awesome. Up here, you have the outline for the class. This just tells you all the things you're going to learn in this class. It'll have the class objectives, which are all of the things that you should know when you're done. It has any vocabulary that you might come across over here. There is a pre-test for you to take to kind of get your skills, and then the final exam when it is all over. I would highly recommend taking the pre-test just so you can see what you know. But I'll be honest, after going through some of at least the welding ones, we've covered a lot of this stuff in class. So a lot of this should be a review for you. When you're ready to go, you simply hit Start Class.
Safety is one of the most important concerns in welding.
I agree with that statement. It'll bring up this screen here. And pretty much a voice will come over and read everything that's on the screen. You can read it yourself. You hit Next.
As part of its hazard communication.
And keep going through. Each one of these 5 is broken down into sub-lessons. Some have more, some have less. There are review questions as you go along the way that you have to answer. If you have trouble reading it, you can always increase it there. As you saw when I initially logged in, it said, hey, do you want to go to your bookmark page? It automatically recognizes where you're at. So if you log off, you can just jump back into where you're at. Once you're done with the class, it'll either take you to the final exam or you can come back to the page here and click final exam. Each of the 5 sections has a final exam at the end. Question numbers do vary from, I believe, about 12 to 21. All of the information is in the slides, so as long as you watch them, they should be pretty easy. You have to pass each of these exams with a 75%, and you get a maximum of 3 tries. If you need more than 3 tries, send me an email. We will talk about that. Once you're done, you'll get a certification you can print off. Yours are going to look a lot nicer than mine because I am in free trial account. But you can print off each one of these, and at the end, I think you get a much larger certification. And if you send it to me when we get back to school, kids, I will print it out all fancy and nice for you on cardstock. So that is pretty much it, kids. For the next at least 2 weeks, you're going to be working on whatever track that you chose. I'm going to try to have it set because I can go and look and see your progress. What I would like to see is that you are just at least completing one of these every 3 to 4 days. Again, this is an awesome opportunity, totally free, not hard to do. Everything on Tooling You is there to make you successful. So I would definitely take advantage of this and get those certifications. Like I said in the beginning, if you really like this, send me an email. There is a chance that we might get you into a couple other ones. And if you look through the catalog and see something you like, let me know. I hope that makes sense for you kids. If not, I'll be more than happy to set up a meet with you, or we can just chat over email. You let me know. Well, that's it, kids. We'll be talking during this situation. Like I said, if you have questions, let me know. Again, good luck. I can't wait to print off all of these certifications.